Hello guys, how are you doing? Now, you might have already guessed from the video's title that this one is a problem-solving video. In our journey till now, we have talked in detail about Newton's 3 laws of motion and we've also talked about several applications of them. But let me tell you, the real application of Newton's laws happens in the world of physical problem solving. So grab your pens and ready your papers because we are going for a roller coaster ride. So let's begin with our first problem. The problem says that a constant force produces an acceleration of 36 meters per second square in body A and 16 meters per second square in body B. Now given this information, you are supposed to calculate the ratio of mass of body A with respect to mass of body B. Now this is an easy question, so you take some time and try getting the right answer. Okay guys, so the right answer to this question is 4:9. Or in other words, mass of body A divided by mass of body B is equal to 4/9. Now, I'm sure most of you got your answers correct for this question. But in any case, let's go ahead and see the solution. So, first of all, let's assume that mass of body A is MA and mass of body B is MB because the problem hasn't given us the value of masses. Apart from that, the problem tells us that the same force acts on both these bodies. So let's assume that constant force to be F newtons. Now I can write the force equation for body A using Newton's second law of motion. So the expression would be nothing but F is equal to ma times acceleration of body A. Now the problem gives us the acceleration of body A as 36 meters per second square. So let's put that value over here. Ultimately, we get F is equal to ma times 36. Similarly, we can write the force equation for body B as well, which would be nothing but force F is equal to mb times acceleration of body B. Now, acceleration of body B is given as 16 meters per second square. So, after putting that value, we get F is equal to mb times 16. Now, looking at these two equations, we can directly write ma times 36 is equal to mb times 16. Because both these values are equal to force F. Now once I have got this expression, all I have to do is rearrange it and get the value of ma by mb. So once I do that, I get ma by mb is equal to 16 divided by 36, which is nothing but 4 divided by 9. So the ratio of mass of body A with respect to mass of body B is nothing but 4:9. That's our answer. Great. Let's move on to the second problem now. So the second problem says that the speed of a body weighing 200 grams increases from 8 meters per second to 32 meters per second in 5 seconds under the influence of a constant force. Now, provided this information, you are supposed to find out the magnitude of that constant force. Your time starts now. Time's up, guys. The right answer to this question is 0.96 newtons. Let's see how many of you got the solution correct. So, before we do any calculations, let's write down everything that is given by the problem itself. So, the problem tells us that the mass of the body is equal to 200 grams, which we can also write as 0.2 kilograms. Now, the reason I'm converting it to kilograms is because the SI unit of mass is kilograms, guys, not grams. So, it's best we keep all our values in SI units. Apart from that, the problem tells us the magnitude of initial velocity is equal to 8 meters per second and the magnitude of final velocity is 32 meters per second. And the time taken for this change to happen is 5 seconds. Now, given all this information, the problem asks us to calculate the value of force F. Now, we all know that we need to use the formula F is equal to ma to calculate the value of force. But the problem is that although we know the value of mass m, we don't know the value of acceleration a. So how can we calculate the value of acceleration? Well, for that, we have to use the first equation of motion, which is v is equal to u plus at. Now once we plug in all the values, the expression changes to 32 is equal to 8 plus a times 5. Because the value of final velocity is 32, value of initial velocity is 8, and the value of time taken is 5 seconds. And once we rearrange this, we get 24 is equal to 5 times a, or a is equal to 24 by 5 meters per second square. Now once we know the value of acceleration, calculating the value of force is a walk in the park. All we have to do is use the formula F is equal to mass times acceleration. The magnitude or the value of mass is 200 grams, which is 0.2 kilograms, and the magnitude of acceleration is 24 by 5 meters per second square. Once we multiply it, the value of force comes out to be 0.96 Newton. That's our answer. So we're doing good, guys. Let's move on to the third problem now. So the third problem says that a force of magnitude 20 newtons begins acting on a body which was initially at rest. Now, given this information, you are supposed to calculate the momentum of the body at t equal to 5 seconds, at t equal to 10 seconds, and at t equal to 15 seconds. Now, let me tell you, this problem is extremely easy to solve if you apply the right concept in the right way. So you go ahead, do some mental gymnastics, and try getting the right answer. Time's up, guys. The right answer for the momentum value at t equal to 5 seconds is 100 kg meters per second. The right answer for the momentum at t equal to 10 seconds is 200 kg meters per second. And the right answer for the momentum at t equal to 15 seconds is 300 kg meters per second. Let's go ahead and see the solution now. So, as I said before, this problem is pretty easy to solve provided you apply the right concept. And the concept we have to use for this problem comes directly from the Newton's second law of motion. And guys, no, Newton's second law is not F is equal to ma, but it is F is equal to P2 minus P1 upon T2 minus T1, where P2 is the final momentum, P1 is the initial momentum, T2 is the final or the ending time, and T1 is the initial or the starting time. Now, all of us know that momentum P can be written as m times v, where m is the mass of the body and v is the velocity of the body. So tell me, what is the velocity of the body at the starting time? Well, it's nothing but 0, because the problem clearly says that the body was at rest when the force started to act on it. So what do you think is the value of initial momentum P1? Well, it's nothing but m times 0 or 0 kg meters per second. Similarly, the value of T1 is also 0, because we started our stopwatch exactly when the force began acting. So we can consider T1 also as 0. So ultimately our expression comes out to be F is equal to P2 by T2, where P2 is the final momentum and T2 is the final or the ending time. Now this is a nice equation we've got here because it is quite simple and it will give us the answers to all the parts of our problem. So let's see, at t equal to 5 seconds, the value of final time is nothing but 5. So T2 is 5. So the value of momentum at that time is nothing but 20 times 5 or 100 kg meters per second. Similarly, at t equal to 10 seconds, the value of T2 is 10. And the value of momentum at that time comes out to be 20 times 10 or 200 kg meters per second. Similarly, at t equal to 15 seconds, the value of momentum comes out to be 20 times 15 or 300 kg meters per second. So here we have got the answers for all the three parts of our problem. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you had a good time solving these problems with me. In the next video, we'll solve some more problems on Newton's laws of motion. Till then, goodbye.